Calisthenics for aesthetics. So what am I even going to be talking about? What is calisthenics? You probably could discern it from the thumbnail. If you don't know what calisthenics is, it's like body weight exercises like pull-ups, push-ups, dips, pistol squats, lunges, just things that you use your body weight to train your muscles. Like I might sound a little stupid in this video. It's because it's cold as hell, and I have to record outside because it's like 5 a.m. So if I like shiver a little bit, you know why. But anyway, so I know you guys really like aesthetic videos, so I'm just gonna teach you how to become aesthetic with calisthenics. So let's say you don't have any weights, you don't have anything, like no resistance band, nothing, and you want to become aesthetic, because that's what everyone wants apparently. So how do I go about getting aesthetic from using calisthenics? I had to do this over the summer. I had to be training only calisthenics because I didn't really have anything else to train with. Like I didn't have weights, I didn't have resistance bands, I didn't have any like gym equipment. So I just used calisthenics. The one thing that you might need is a little ledge to hang on. So over there, I have a fucking like swing, like a swing set from when I was little, and like I checked it out to see if it would like break, but it doesn't break. So I can actually do my pull-ups on there and it works. It's not the best, like most optimal, but it works. So that's all I really need for it to do. So I go over there and I'm gonna teach you like the rep range you specifically need, the amount of sets, how you train it. So I go over there to the swing set, and then I start doing my pull-ups. I have a video of how to do your first pull-up because I used to not even be able to do one. And you need a resistance band to help you, or you can just jump up and do a negative. But that's all your choice. You can watch that video if you can't do a pull-up. But let's say you can get at least like 6. If you can start at 4, it's fine. But if you could start at 6, it would be better. So when you start working out in just pull-ups, and the next thing you're gonna need is like a place to do dips, which I usually use 2 chairs. I don't really have any chairs that would work because they're like really short, but you know those really tall, I'm trying to look around, but I can't find any. Those really tall chairs, or even the corner of the little kitchen, I usually use that, like the corner where the 2 tables meet, like on the countertop of the kitchen. I don't have one, but sometimes when there would be one where I'm staying at, then I would use that. But if you don't have that, then just find 2 really tall chairs or normal chairs and then have people sit on them. I don't have anyone here to sit on it, so like I'm gonna fall. But if you have people sit on them, they won't fall and you can just do it on the ledge. So I'm gonna show you like what I'm talking about. So you would get 2 chairs. You would get like in this kind of motion. So you need someone to sit right here because you're gonna be holding onto right here, and you're gonna be doing a dip kind of motion. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I'm not gonna actually do the dip because I would fall and like break my whole stuff. So it's basically gonna be like this. There's gonna be another one right here, but as you can see, when I do it, it would go over here. So you need something to stop it, like a person, a weight, something. I don't know. You gotta figure that out. And then you would go into the dip just by pushing. That would be the next exercise that would be for your chest. I'm gonna get into the reps and sets in a little bit later. So everything is basically gonna be the same reps and sets. So first do your pull-ups, then your dips, and then I'm gonna show you the incline push-up. It's actually a decline push-up, but it trains your incline chest. So it's a little confusing, but you just put your legs up. Look at these goofy ass shoes. So you put your legs up right here, and then you go right here, and then you do the push-up. So let me just hope you can see. And then you're gonna do your push-up. And after you do that, we're gonna have to do some legs. So what I do for legs, you can just do bodyweight squats if that's your level. But if it's too easy, then you can do the split squat, like the walking lunges kind of squat, like this. Boom. Let me put you there. You hold on to something a little bit, and then you go like this. And it also is just really good, like, it also trains your abs a little bit because, like, you have to be balanced, but that's not really the focus. The main focus is your quads. So if you really want bigger quads, do that also. If you can't do it, I understand, bro. It's a really hard exercise. So we have your chest done, upper and like more strength-based part. We also have your back. You're gonna do like the open ones and the chin-ups for your pull-ups. So like do both. This is gonna be separated also. So it's gonna be back, chest, and legs. Yeah, back, chest, and legs. For your shoulders, you can do the pike push-up, which is when you push up with your ass in the sky. I'm gonna put up an image because I do it pretty bad. That's what you're gonna do for your shoulders. And if you can find like a gallon of milk, maybe your school bag, you're gonna grab it and you're gonna do a lateral raise. Like this. On each side, you're gonna do that. So that really trains your middle delt, which is the one that makes you look really aesthetic and like wide. And then you have your lats taken care of from the pull-ups. And your arms and your chest and all of that other less important thing for the aesthetics, because the V-tapers was really important. So the lats and the shoulders are the main thing for that. But then your arms, you don't want to have like really good V-taper and then have like no arms, So that's the other lifts are gonna take care of that. And you can't have chicken legs either, so you're gonna have to do the leg exercises that I told you. They're not gonna be like a crazy huge leg gains from that, but it's gonna train them a little bit so you don't look really out of proportion. You're not gonna look fucking really jacked and then have chicken legs. And now let me get into the rep range. You're gonna usually do 6 to 12 reps, maybe 15. Just go to failure on every set. That's what you really have to do. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That's what I always do. Some people say that it's stupid. They're wrong, bro, because you really need to do a shit ton of sets for that to be wrong. So with the ones that I'm gonna give you, which is gonna be do each exercise for 3 or 4 sets to failure. Try to fail between 6 and 15 reps. Any lower is gonna really be strength focused. It's not bad. It's gonna build you a little bit of muscle, but 6 to 12 is like the sweet spot between those two. And 15, it's gonna start diminishing, like the muscle that you're gonna build. It's not gonna diminish actually, like scientifically, from 5 to 30, from 5 to 35 or 30 is really what builds muscle. But when in my experience, when people get to 15, a little bit past that, they just give up because they're like, oh, it burns, and then they fake fail. So don't do that. That's why I say 6 to 15, because 15 you really start getting the burning feeling in your muscles, and that's just lactic acid being built up. So when you get too much of that, you're just like, fuck, I'm done, and you just get off of the bar. You don't want that, bro, because you're not gonna fail. Actually, it's not genuine failure. It's just pussy shit. So after you get your 6 to 12 reps of failure of each exercise in your first 2 sets, and the last one, do the same, right? Rinse and repeat, but you're obviously gonna have less reps because you're gonna be a little bit tired. So you're gonna have to go up, like when you fail, you're gonna push yourself up into the bar, or like assist yourself. Find a way to assist yourself in the lift, after you fail. So right after you fail, find a way to assist yourself. In the pull-up, the way that I found with no equipment is to jump up when I was in the bottom and then go down really slowly. And then do that as many times as you can until you just like basically jumping up on the bar and looking goofy. So do that on your last set of everything. On the push-ups, switch to the knee push-ups. On the dips, push yourself a little bit, but if not, you're already going to failure like that in the push-ups, so it's fine. If you have 2 movements that day, I'm gonna write the whole thing down actually in the bottom, so it can be easier for you to like see. And if you want to screenshot it, use it later. You can use it it's gonna be in the description. So the next thing is just do that on one set on one of your exercises. So if you have pull-ups and chin-ups, do it on your pull-ups or chin-ups where you jump up and go down slowly. Because if not, it's just like it's a little bit too much and you're not really gonna get any benefit from it. So the next thing to get really aesthetic off of calisthenics is your nutrition, bro. Honestly, nutrition is probably one of the, if not the most important part of building an aesthetic physique. So you need high protein, low calorie if you're fat. If you're really skinny, then higher calorie, obviously. So I would recommend really whole foods like eggs, steak, chicken, like real meat, bro. Don't be getting that Beyond Meat bullshit. Don't get that. I'll get into why. It's because the protein is lower quality. Like search up how the soy protein is lower quality than the beef protein. It's gonna tell you like 40 grams of soy protein is like equal to like 20 grams. Like I'm roughly saying, I don't remember exactly, it's like 48, something like that. So 40 is equal to 20 grams of the beef protein. So eat the real protein. The eggs also have, it's because the amino acids. I'm just gonna explain so if you don't get confused. It's like the little building blocks of the protein are higher quality in the meat and like the real food than in the fucking bullshit Beyond Meat. Oh, you can't tell it's not meat. Well, your body can tell. Even if it tastes the same, your body can 100% tell. I wouldn't recommend having many protein shakes or anything like that. Just eat real food and you're gonna be good. Eat a good amount of fruit so you can fuel your workout, but don't do too much because then you're gonna get in a calorie surplus and it's gonna be hard to get really lean. Also, the meat, if you can keep it leaner. I know it's not the best for like your test and all of that, but you're gonna be eating a good amount, so I think you'll be fine. The next thing that I really genuinely need you to get for your nutrition is this thing right here. Honestly, I don't use it, and because I'm bulky. I'm not gonna track my bulk. I only use this for the cut. So it's this beautiful thing right here. You put it on the table, and then you just turn it on. You put your plate first, and then you put the food, and then you log it on a chronometer or whatever app, MyFitnessPal, whatever you have. And that is pretty much the most useful thing that I've ever found for nutrition. Not for like actual nutrients that you're getting, but for losing weight, for building muscle. Like you get to track your protein, your carbs, your fat, whatever, all of that. And just set it. The default's gonna be like 50 carb, 20 fat, 25 protein. So keep the 25 protein. Try to make it 1 gram per pound of body weight in the settings. So let's say you weigh 150 pounds, make it 150 grams of protein mandatory. And then the fat, make it around 35%. So you feel better. You're gonna feel better during your whole day when you do that, and then it'll just subtract from the carbs. So then you're gonna set in your calorie deficit. I recommend half a pound a week for beginners. If you're trying to cut, if you're trying to bulk, then don't even track it. Just eat more food and you'll be fine. So the next thing is the muscle groups that are being hit. I already spoke about this, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna really give a quick recap. Your chest is getting hit from the incline push-ups, like your upper chest is really aesthetic. The dips are hitting really your triceps a lot. So you're gonna have like really good triceps. It also hits your shoulders, which are very aesthetic. These are what builds aesthetics, and your lats also build aesthetics a lot. They make you have that V-taper look. Honestly, I don't train abs. If you want to, you can do like a little bit, but do not do too much abs because it's gonna make your waist bigger, and you don't want that because it's gonna make you less like V-tapered, you know? It's gonna be more of a rectangle. And what you really want to be aesthetic is this. You want your waist to be smaller, like this. This is my lat, this is my shoulder. So like I'm just gonna show you like this. I'm not about to take my shirt off because I'm actually freezing. So it's gonna go like that, and that's what you really are focused on. That's the whole thing for aesthetics. Your back is getting trained, so you're gonna look really good when you like turn from the back, like when you're in the beach or whatever, and the lats are really gonna flare out. You don't have to like actually flare them out. They're just gonna be huge from the pull-ups. So you're naturally gonna have them, and it's gonna make you look better, bro. It's gonna make you look aesthetic. I keep repeating the same stuff, but it's gonna make you look aesthetic. So the rep range, the sets, all of that. It's gonna be in the description. I'm gonna write that all down, and so it can make sense for you, because I know when I just say it, you're gonna have to write it down and stuff. So I'll just write it down for you, and yeah. So lastly, I forgot to mention this: weighted calisthenics. You can do weighted dips, weighted pull-ups. Find the way to weight stuff when you get past 15 reps. So if that's buying a weight, if that's putting on a book bag, that's what you do. So you can fail earlier, and it's gonna train you better if you're at that level. So thank you for watching, bro. Have a good day. Get aesthetic with calisthenics.